What's up, Noel? What's up, man? Oh, man. We're going to see what happens because I just want the craft essence. But, oh, by the way, the event's not out yet for another 10 minutes. So I'm kind of scared, though, because I just want the craft essence like I did with NA. And y'all saw what happened with that. So I'm like, we'll see what happens. What's up, Matsu? Good luck to everyone who's going to roll. If you're an NA only player, I mean, good luck nonetheless. If you're going to roll 2 years from now, it's crazy to think about. Got to wait another 2 years for NA to get here. I got a question. If JP ever ends, like, are you still going to keep playing NA knowing that, JP, like, it's going to end just like JP, or you're going to keep going till the very end? I would probably keep going. I just won't take the game as seriously, me and myself. But I mean, that's like years from now. I doubt that's going to happen in the near future. Knock on wood, of course, because you never know. All things come to an end eventually. Yeah, but I'm just trying to get that craft essence with Morgan on it because that craft essence is looking good. So I gotta do that. So, oh yeah, Karen next year for sure. I wonder if Karen's getting a rerun. I don't know if they announced that. I wonder if she's coming back. I feel like she's gonna come back next week if she doesn't come out tonight. Because tonight, obviously, they're gonna focus on Bazett, so they're not gonna bring Karen in right away. Thought no rolls this manner. I mean, no. I said I would roll for the craft essence if the Morgan art that they showed was the craft essence. Yeah. For me, I go back to FGO just to finish what I started. Exactly, bro. You gotta see it to the end, man. Still haven't gotten a CE drop. Yo, I only got in one to drop, and I almost bought out the entire shop. So I'm just like, what's going on here? So I'm gonna do a couple of quests while waiting for this to load. While waiting for JP to load, I mean, because it's another 9 minutes until maintenance is done, and then we're gonna get to hopefully this might be the shortest. I say this every stream now, I feel like, but this might be the shortest stream of my life because it might just take one ticket because I just want the craft essence. If I'm not lying, if I'm not lying, I probably just want the craft essence. I just want one, and then I might play a little bit of the event just to elongate the stream, and then that's pretty much it. But we'll see because, the gacha gods might absolutely crap on my nutsack. You read some Futa? Listen, I tried, man. I tried to do the homework. If you guys were here last stream, I gave you guys homework. You guys look into NTR. I look into Futa. And then we'll see what we come up with. I tried, man. It's hard to look at, man, if I'm going to be honest. It's hard to look at. Yeah, Morgan's the one in the gacha. So, yeah, I'm going to be rolling there. They already officially announced it. So, I'm definitely going to be rolling. I'm probably just going to use tickets only. But we'll see if they force my hand into a couple of multis. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, it doesn't get to that point. Because Bazett's cool, but I'm not sure. I think you got it easier with Futa. Listen. Would I rather see a girl potentially cheat on her man, or vice versa? It could be vice versa. Or would I rather, while the other partner is watching, of course, or watching, or either watching or he knows about it, or would I rather watch a girl with a dick? Listen, it's just me. It's just me. Obviously, in real life, it's a lot more complex. Which one I'd pick in real life because I don't want my girlfriend to cheat on me or anything like that. But do I want her to have a penis? So in real life, I think it's like, I'd rather her cheat on me. I'd rather not get railed. But when it comes to doujinshis, I'm not into either like that, obviously. But I gotta pick that NTR, man. Just very marginally, very reluctantly. But yeah, fuck that. We should do like a tier list of all the. That would be a lot though. All the hentai genres, but some of them are kind of fucked up. So I feel like my channel might be in danger if I talk about certain genres, and you guys know what I'm talking about. You sick fucks out there. How many tickets do you have in JP? 34? 30 something, I think. Maybe 40, but I know I'm not that rich there. It's like 30 something. Unless I'm mixing it up with NA, then GG. Yeah, if Bazett is like super fucking broken, busted the third, then I might rethink my strategy, but I think I just want to skip. Valentine servants aren't usually the most broken servants in the universe. Maybe Narrow Bride is the most busted one, but she's like a support, so I mean, kind of hard to compare her to the others. Like Semiramis is okay. Say is okay. Bazett, I feel like, I mean, she's kind of niche. She seems to be very niche with what her NP does. So maybe she might play a role in certain challenge quests, but otherwise, I don't think she's going to be game breaking. But again, we'll see, I guess. Because her NP looks like it's going to be very similar to Angra Mainyu's, where it's like a counter from what it sounds like. Tier list of only the messed up tags. Yeah, my channel would be taken down within seconds. Within seconds. I really want to do that. If my channel's ever in danger, I'll do that just to end it off in a bang. Do you have Summer Abby? And if you do, how is she game? I only have her NP1 in my side JP account. So I can't really give you a concrete, you know, like confident, like she's good, she's bad, she's amazing. She's okay from what I see, because my girlfriend has her at NP2 Grailed, and she's all right. She gets the job done, but definitely don't expect her to be your main farming servant or your main challenge quest servant. She's okay. I wouldn't say she's like downright horrible bad, because you know 50% battery is a 50% battery on a AoE Buster servant, and Buster servants are really good nowadays in JP. Thanks to Coin Sky and Oberon. So she's good. She's good, just not super busted. So Travis, if you're gonna be rolling for her, I would probably not invest too much unless you really like her as a character. Then by all means, go crazy. But you know, I would invest more on Castoria. Try to get her at least NP1. If you could get her NP2, that'd be even better. Stop there. Maybe use the rest on Abigail, and then maybe save for next year. Or I know you're gonna go for Ibuki. I think you're the one other person in this chat besides myself who's planning on going for Ibuki this year. I would say Ibuki is the stronger of the two. Of the two Buster AoE servants, I would say she's the stronger of the two. But obviously, comparing a Saber to a Foreigner is kind of weird. But in most cases, I think you're going to find that Ibuki, you know, does the work better in terms of being an AoE Buster servant. What's up, Kai? Alex, what's going on, man? Our skill to put an enemy to sleep for 2 turns has uses. Yeah, you know, it could have its uses. Sleep is just very weird, because if you hit the enemy right after the NP, which I don't know why you do that, unless you for sure know you're going to kill that enemy, then the enemy wakes up. So sleep works the same way as stun and charm. The main difference is that if you hit them while they're asleep, they'll wake up right away. Whereas when you stun and charm, it doesn't matter if you hit them a million times. They're just going to stay charmed for however many turns it is. Rumbling. Yeah, we're about to go rumbling in this bitch. Yeah, for sure. What should I do if I gave all my quartz to Zoomer and didn't get her? I mean, if you're really sad, if you use like hundreds and hundreds of quartz and tickets and whatnot, thank you, Rishi, for subscribing, then I would put the phone down or whatever device you're using, and I'll just lie down there until you feel better, man. Watch some cat videos, some funny videos, some meme videos. Make yourself feel better. Now, if that doesn't work for you, then I just hope for the best next year when she comes back. If you want to cry, you could cry too. But again, it depends on how much you wanted her and how much you used. You know, if you only use like one multi and like 5 tickets, then you were probably not going to get her. Then I may skip till next year. Save for Ibuki. Exactly, Ibuki. I would say some more, because Abigail comes back next year. There's always a chance of the guaranteed banner. Ibuki also comes back next year as well. Funny enough, but I think out of the two, she's just the better. She's just the better one, man. Read some Futa, boy. So let me get this straight. Bazett became the pseudo servant of the husband of the one of the lovers of Ku. From what I've read, Miguel, that seems to be the case, which is ironic given her relationship, I guess, with Ku. So they know what they were doing. But at the same time, it makes sense because her NP, her weapon, Fragrack, isn't that supposed to be the actual weapon of the servant she fuses with. Correct me if I'm wrong. So it does make sense from a lure standpoint as well. Everything just ironically just fits into place. Yeah, one more minute until the event is out, and then I'm actually gonna might as well close this game right now. I'm gonna open the game. I'm just gonna close it like this. You guys can still hear it though. Yeah, we got a lot of Futa fans out. Do you guys like Futa like unironically? Like you guys actually get off to that? You guys don't have to tell me if you're busting out on it. Just let me know. Are you actually into that, or are you just saying that for the memes? I really want to make sure that my audience is 100% truthful with me when they say they are into the dick girls out there. In which case, I respect it. You know, I respect it. I'm not gonna shit on you for your taste. That's your taste. I have my own taste. You have yours. That's what makes humanity great. It's just a matter of us accepting each other for our differences. All right, it's 1 a.m. I know Musashi's in the middle of our NP, but I'm gonna go ahead and open JP right now. I gotta test the water, man. I gotta make sure. I read it sometimes, but never not. Okay, so it's like a reading thing. It's like a fascination thing, an interest thing, but it's not necessarily something you sexually get off to. I see. Okay, I could fucks with that. I could fucks with that because, you know, in the same realm, I mean, I don't want to go TMI, you know, too much information in this bitch, but, you know, we've all been, you know, we're all adults here, or at least, you know, young adults, right? We're all people of age. All of our dicks could get hard, hopefully, unless you got a, you know, some kind of fucked up disease or disability. But besides the point, we've all ventured into the dark creases of the internet. And, you know, sometimes you look at a let's say a video, an adult video, and you just watch it because it's funny as fuck, or you're genuinely interested. Maybe there's something like about the plot or whatever, you know. So I could kind of see that being the same way with like certain doujinshi genres where you don't get off to it, but you just appreciate the art, you know, the art and the story. I could feel it a little bit because there's definitely been some funny ass like adult videos that I've seen that I don't nut to, but they're just so funny just because of the premise. You feel me? Is the NA team going to be moved under a lasagna now, or is it only the JP server? I think eventually, yeah, NA is definitely going to be under them. Because I mean, it's the same game. You know, it just probably takes a while, maybe with contracts and, you know, rights and whatnot. Imagine watching adult video for the plot. Listen, that's when you know you probably haven't been on the internet for too long. Some of them are just genuinely funny. I never watch one and I start crying because the plot's amazing. It's just like, oh, this is kind of funny. By the way, I used a command spell earlier because I fucking fucked up with Oberon skill, but that's besides the point. All right, so I'm trying to get the 5-star craft. Since the one with Morgan on it, as you can see, she's down there on the bottom right. But there's also a chance I could get Bazett. Now, you guys have seen my luck in NA. When I'm trying to get the 5-star CE, I typically get the, you know, the servant, which, you know, it's good. It's good. That's fine. But at the same time, you know, it's like, you know, that desire sensor is kind of annoying. So there's a chance I'm only going to use one ticket and then that's it. That's it. Unless somebody tells me her skills and her skills are absolutely freaking busted, I think I'll just be fine with saving from here on out. So I guess let's start off with one ticket. Let's see where we go. And then I might play a little bit the event just to elongate the stream and just talk with you guys and, you know, talk about her skills and whatnot. Maybe her animations, etc. 5 Bazetts before CE, listen. Oh, yeah, yes! All right, wait. Should I roll more, though? Should I roll more? I feel like that's a bit anticlimactic. Should I go for a couple more times? What? Okay, so this is the duality of man right here, bro. Like, how the fuck do... Okay. You know, it would be like that. All right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm still going to keep streaming. I'm going to play the event because, I mean, come on now. This is funny as fuck. I will play a little bit of the event. Then we'll talk about her skills because inevitably you guys are going to let me know the information with her skills. Maybe send me a link for her final arts and whatnot. And then we will decide by the end of the stream, you know, if I want to keep going. But at the same time, you know, if she's hot garbage and her art isn't really that crazy, yeah, it's like whatever, you know. I'm not too crazy. Skill 1 kills everything. Skill 2, yo, imagine. Like, she just kills everything. NP, charge everybody. That's funny. I got the crap assist right away. In NA, it took an arm and a leg and my sanity to freaking get 1 comma CE. And then JP's just like, no, we'll just give it to you 1 ticket. That's fine. You know? So I'll play a little bit of the event. And you guys gotta let me know. Send me a link to the to her art once it comes out. I'm sure somebody already maxed sent her at this point because people are absolutely insane. So we'll see. Oh, I didn't even check the effect of the CE. I'll check it out when we're building the team. I'll check it. I didn't even think about that, man. Didn't even think about that. You don't care for pseudo servants? Really? No pseudo servants have ever caught your eye? There's a lot of pseudo servants out there, man. Oh, we could use her. We might as well use her, right? Check out her animations. Why not? Might as well use her. Let's go ahead. Go ahead and do that. So we're just gonna dismantle this team, put her in the front, make her the central, I guess. Does anybody give a particular bonus now? It's just like every other Valentine's, I guess. Actually, let's actually go look at her. So all of her skills are unlocked. Oh, we can't even look at her. Okay. I guess it'd be like that. Let's go ahead and just bring waivers, see what happens. By the way, there's another Tomo here because I was like debating if I should burn her or not. Because I have another, she was in my second archive, and then I decided, you know what, I'm not gonna burn her. So she's just chilling there. If you guys are wondering why she's there. So I don't even know what. I'll just bullshit with the team. It's like no particular like rhyme or reason for this team comp. This craft essence. Ooh, invincibility pierce. Okay, that sounds sexy. I don't know what the other things do. But you guys could let me know the translations right now. So there you go. I mean, it's nice art. That's the only reason I wanted to roll. I mean, come on now. Come on now. Come on. Can't believe I got it right away. That's awesome though. That's great. So we might as well just give everyone the craft essence. I'm actually gonna give it to you. Just random chocolate seeds. Have no idea. They're just gonna give points, I guess. All right, let's see what the fuck she does. You got her, Henry? Nice, bro. Nice. Glad I got the craft essence right away. I was scared that I was just gonna get absolutely gorilla railed monkey punch down the throat, just like in NA. Granted, NA I'm happy because I like say nothing against Bazett, of course. Bazett's a new servant. She's somebody that people were waiting for a while. All right, let's see what the fuck she's all about. All right, okay. So her first skill, quick buster, and some other effect. Let's go see what it does. Ooh, crit and some kind of special attack buff. But for how many turns? All of them for 3 turns. So crit up, buster up, quick, and crit. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, an NP charge. At level 8, how much does it give back? Ooh, 44%. So at level 10, I'm guessing it's going to do 50%. 50% battery. Okay. Not bad already. And at level 10, that should be 50%. And then also gives crit, gather rate, and another crit up, but this time for 1 turn each. Okay, so that's already sexy. And then this one's an evade. Evade and some kind of debuff immunity and crit star drop. Okay, so she seems to be very focused on crits, which makes sense with her character. She's a very up close and personal fighter. All right, let's see what happens. I probably should have used her NP because I could have gotten it with Oberon and waiver skills. But we'll check out her NP. Yeah, I should have used her NP and then attack. That was my bad. Ooh, I got... Okay. This guy's fucking me. Yeah, I should have done that just because like it would have triggered NP and we could have saw what it did. But I wasn't really thinking about it. All right, let's go use our NP. And then I guess full combo, I guess? Yeah, crit DPS. I think invulnerability pierce, 20% crit up and 5% NP gain for each turn. Okay. Okay, so she does that, target on herself, and then some kind of buff. Ooh, her NP game looks really good, by the way. Granted, we're facing against a caster. Okay. Oh, the buff only lasts for 1 turn. Okay, what is that? There's like another friend point thing? Oh, okay. What does that mean? Is that more bond or is that just more... What is that? Okay, whatever. Someone's gonna let me know what the fuck that is. Absolutely. This feels like lazy design, like they didn't feel like thinking of original design. Also, their interfaces just feel like cash grabs. I mean, you're not wrong. That's kind of what they are, but you know, how else would you implement these characters into the game besides making them see the servants? Because lore-wise, they themselves can't probably be servants, except of course Emiya. Because Emiya went on and became a hero of justice, whereas I feel like a lot of the other, you know, characters like Rin and Sakura, they wouldn't pursue that route, but you never know. Okay, so that was interesting. Yeah, she seems very weird. Just because the buff only lasts for one turn. So I don't know how viable she would actually be. So, okay, let's just go on to just normal farming shenanigans, because that's what we do around here. So again, I'm not sure if I want to roll. She hasn't really sold me, I'll be honest. I'm not really sold on her whole shtick, but maybe people will come out and say, yeah, no, she's actually busted if you put her in this particular team with this particular servant. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But she just seems like, all right. She seems all right. All right, see you, Chain Warden. That's the buddy system. What the fuck is the buddy system? I've been out of it. Somebody's going to have to let me know what the hell's a buddy system. So for those of you guys who just joined, I already did roll. I only did one ticket. And then I got the crap distance I wanted. So the question is, do I roll more? I guess we could edit the title of the video. Should I roll or skip? That way people could come in and answer the question, see what's up. But I'm leaning towards saving, you know. Buddy system was implemented for the new update. So is it just more friend points or does it give more bond? Because it, you know, it showed a bunch of points with every servant. So I assume it has something to do with bond a little bit. 111 shot. I'll think about it. Again, I'll think about it. It's just I'm not really sold on her playstyle. Like she seems okay, you know, crit oriented servant. You know, most crit oriented servants are pretty good. Look at Super Orion, look at Van Gogh, etc., etc. But you know, just like, do I really need a crit oriented servant? You know, do I really need that? Is that really in my to-do list of servants I want to train? But again, we'll see, man. We'll see. I actually want to check out her art. I think I'm more interested in that at this point. Just because, you know, that could be a deal breaker. What does her sentence look like? I'm actually going to go on Reddit and look at it myself. Because I'm sure somebody has it out there at this point. No shot, nobody does. Int. Oh, I'm interested what the command codes do as well. Oh, Karen got a buff. What? Did somebody say that already? If somebody said that, I'm sorry I didn't listen or didn't read it. Karen got a buff. I have her. Wait, does she have a raid up though? Are you summoning later? Depends. I gotta be convinced. Okay, so I'm looking at her art right now. I can't really show it to you guys right now because I didn't really have it set up for sharing my screen. But her first ascension looks the same. Ooh, second ascension looks. All right, I'm just gonna send the link to the Reddit thing if you guys have access to Reddit. So that's her art if you want to check it out. I like her second ascension. Reminds me a little bit of Ku, a little bit. Like she has the whole Celtic get up, I guess. A little bit. With the spandex and whatnot. Has like a little crotch. She's not wearing any underwear from what it looks like. She doesn't look like she's wearing any underwear, but it's like covered by her tassette. Her third ascension, I did not expect that. She's wearing like a wedding dress. What? I'm sorry I can't show you guys this right now, but the link's right there in the chat. All right. I'll take that. Not bad. Not bad. I'm actually surprised that they gave her a dress like that. She's usually portrayed as very... Well, actually, now that I say that, I was going to say she's usually portrayed tomboyish. But now that I think about it, a lot of times she is shown to be wearing dresses and, you know, get up that we wouldn't actually see her in usually. Yeah, the second ascension, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty fire. Ooh, that final art, very simple. You know, her taking off her jacket, you know, it's very modest. okay, so it's like not the craziest art ever. It's not like she has her titties bouncing everywhere, you know. It's not the craziest, but it's still interesting. I really find her third ascension the most I wouldn't say jarring, but surprising, I guess. Yeah, that's second ascension though. That's like, oh, that's a deal breaker for a lot of people, I could tell. Yeah, she was, Travis. She was. Very nice, very interesting. Okay, okay. That's hot. That's hot. And she's hot too. Huh. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are gonna keep her at a second ascension. I'll think about it. I'm like a little bit convinced. I'm a little bit leaning towards actually rolling, but we'll see. Again, we gotta wait and see, man. I don't want to make any hasty decisions, and then next month they announce Tiamat. You know, I just don't want to make any hasty decisions. You got her in a single. Nice, Alex. You weren't even looking. That's funny. My girlfriend was rolling a couple weeks ago. We were watching a movie while she was playing Grand Order, and she was looking away from her phone while rolling because she was watching the movie, of course. And then I looked down on her phone because she had the volume down, so you know, I actually have to look to see what's happening. And I see a gold foreigner, and I was like, "Yo, look!" And she was like, "Wait, what? Wait, what?" And then she got Yang, and I was like, "Oh shit, you got Yang, bro? That's crazy. You weren't even looking." So that's funny. You know, sometimes not looking and rolling is the way to go. You know, sometimes that's just how that works. Well, congratulations again, Alex. Congratulations to everybody, of course. Me looking at fourth such a Sam's credit card on table. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, sometimes the art is the deal breaker. Sometimes you look at the skills and like the NP and you're like, whatever. And then you look at the art and you're like, you know what? Might actually roll. No, she's hot. She's always been like on the more attractive side. She's just all business for the most part, so you never really see what's under there. That's good, Alex. That's good. You start saving now. Maybe play test her a little bit, see if you really like her gameplay style, and maybe drop a couple more quartz and tickets on her if you really feel like. Although she seems like one of the servants that, just because the way her NP works, because she has to get hit in order for her NP to do anything, right? That's how that works. She seems like a servant that you won't actually pursue upgrading her NP and maybe just get one and then done. But because I don't know what her overcharge does, I don't know what her a higher the NP level, what does that do for her NP and damage overall? So actually somebody has the translations here. So her NP Fragrak, which is a quick NP but doesn't do any damage, so not like that matters. Increases own attack 10 to 30% for one turn. See, again, it's only for one turn. That's what's throwing me off. And it makes sense why it's one turn. It makes sense, but if it was 3 turns, I would think about it. I'd be like, okay. But then it might get abused, you know, just NP spam. And then she's just going to be OP. And applies taunt to herself 500% for one turn and grants Fragrak counter. When targeted by enemies' normal actions, activates powerful quick attack and quick resistance down for 3 turns and gain crit stars. Does not activate during special actions. I assume that means Noble Phantasms? I assume. Does not break the enemy break bar if present. Will break the bar with 1 HP remaining. What? Okay, so if you didn't catch that, so her NP apparently, if you trigger its effect, it won't break the enemy's HP bar, which sucks because most of the enemies we fight nowadays will have HP bars. Unless the enemy already has 1 HP on that bar. I guess if you just full combo, it's not the worst thing. That's not like that bad. That's still kind of like meh. Because that really limits what she could do in, at least I feel like it, in challenge quest situations where the breaks and multiple HP bars are very rampant. What are passives? What does their passives do? Okay, they don't have the passives up right now. Interesting. Should I roll for her, Simba? Should I? Is that what I should do? I like her ascensions. I'll give her that. I think her ascensions are great. They're very simple, nothing too crazy. But sometimes simple is nice. Sometimes, you know, some servants go too far with what they're trying to do to the point, you know, it just looks like trash, but looks really nice. I like the more simplistic designs myself. When done right, you know, when done right. Whose chocolate should I get first? I feel like I should get Morgan's. I'll definitely get her. Ooh, the command codes, that's what I'm interested as well. I posted it earlier in the chat, Simba, but I could post it again if you want. And this is the last time I'm gonna post it, just because like I don't want to keep going back and posting it. But there you go. I think that's it. Yeah. Are you free to play on this account? It depends. You know, if there's a, for example, if Tiamat comes out tomorrow, I'm wailing straight up 100%, not even like batting an eye, not even hesitating, my guy. But if it's like a servant like Bazett, for example, who like I'm indifferent with, I'm not really too keen on dropping money on her, you know? So I wouldn't say I'm free to play, but you know, I'm like, it depends. It depends. I'm free to play for the most part, but you know, if a good servant that I really like comes out, you know, I gotta give in. I gotta give in to the gacha gods and give my blessings and sacrifice my my bank account. I think Medea Lily has the worst ascensions. Super lazy, I think. Yeah, it's like it barely changes in between each ascension. I mean, a lot of like early servants are like that. Did my game just pause? Okay, so can someone clarify? Are those more bond? Like the buddy system, is that more bond? Or is that something else? Is that something else going on? Because everybody, all of my servants get different, I guess, buddy points. I'm not sure what the fuck they're called. Is that extra bond? What is that? What even is that, man? Somebody needs to explain that to me. Yeah, I want to see what the command codes do. My brother's going to be excited seeing the Rich Girl command code. So command code, where are they? Oh, they haven't translated it yet. Where can I find their ascensions? I posted it in the chat. If you could scroll up. If you can't scroll up, then it's on Reddit, bro. It's there. It's there, Saber, cheeky. But yeah, I'm actually gonna look at her ascensions again. Really think about if I want to roll. Because that second ascension, I'm not gonna lie, really nice. Very nice art. That second ascension is not bad. And somebody did point it out, but yeah, she does have a ponytail that's very reminiscent of Ku. So again, she's going with that very Celtic look, I guess. Maybe just a separate counter, and when they reach certain amounts, it affects their boost. That's all I can really guess. Yeah, I don't know. Because they just implemented it. I like literally right after maintenance, because I don't remember seeing that earlier when I was doing some EXP quests. I don't remember seeing that unless I wasn't paying attention. Because if that's more bond, then that's hot. Because I need a bond 15 gil ASAP. I feel like I've been lagging on that. He's like bond 13 in NA already. I'm like, okay, he's already, my NA gil's already catching up to my JP gil. What's going on? And now her ascensions are fire. Her ascensions are hot fire, man. For sure. You got her with 90 quartz. Like, what the fuck? Nice. Arturia, Altria. That's a very funny name, by the way. Congratulations, man. Now the question is, are you going to save or are you going to keep going? That's like the number one question every time somebody gets a servant. Do you keep going or do you save, you know? Yeah, it seems like, from what I'm reading, a lot of people say her NP is not that great. I don't mean to shit on the people that got her and really wanted her. Like, if you wanted her because you like her art or her character, then by all means. But seems from a gameplay perspective, I mean, she just came out, so we can't really say for sure. Because I'm sure there's going to be certain quests where she's just absolutely going to annihilate the enemy. But, like, I could see her being good because she's alter ego. I could see her being not better than Melt, but like an alternative to Melt against Wodime, maybe. She could be pretty fun against Wodime in his fight in Olympus. I think she could crit him to death under the right circumstances. Otherwise, I'm not sure how well she's going to perform in general. Obviously, in terms of farming, she's pretty much non-existent. She's not an AoE. She's not somebody who supports the team in any fashion besides crit stars. So in terms of farming, she's just pretty much non-existent. In terms of challenges, I think that's where she's gonna shine the most. Animations, I actually like her animations. I mean, it fits her character. She's not the most, bombastic, crazy fighter, and at least compared to like servants. But she could hold her own. You know, she just fights with her fists and her legs. I'm only interested in the 5-star CE, but I have a suspicion Desire Sensor is gonna hit. Funny enough, for me, I only like if you guys just got here on the video, I only used one ticket and I got the 5-star CE, and I'm pretty happy with that. Which is again funny if you saw my NA rolls for the 5-star CE. The Desire Sensor absolutely gorilla punched me really hard. So maybe the gotcha gods or Desire Sensor felt bad for me. They're like, you know what, we're gonna throw you one today, but next time we're gonna get you. I'm like, okay, I understand, senpai, I get it. I need to see gameplay because the NP she has is not convincing me to roll. So I'm saying her NP seems very weird. I think she's gonna be like Karen in the sense I think she's gonna need a buff because Karen literally just got a buff on her NP, I believe. So I think at some point, like it's very early to say, but I think they need to change her NP where the buffs last for 3 turns because Bazett's buffs don't last for 3 turns. Like the Fragarack and the Taunt does not last for 3 turns, which is just weird. You would think they would make it last longer than 1 turn. But again, from a lore perspective, it makes sense. But at the same time, bro, come on. Yeah, and it can deplete a break bar. That's very... Most of the bosses where she's going to be used at, right? She's mainly going to be used at boss fights and challenges. Most bosses and challenges nowadays have break bars. So it's like, how the fuck, like, is she going to compete to all these other servants who can break bars and she can't, you know? She can't spit bars, you know? It's very weird. That's kind of I don't know. Feel kind of sad about that. I was hoping she'd be like insane, not broken, but like good enough. I'm actually gonna send the Karen buff to my girlfriend Serena, because she has my girlfriend has Karen at NP3, but she doesn't like using her for some reason, and I understand why. There's better alternatives in terms of farming, but I mean, come on, if you have a servant at NP3, you might as well use that servant, you know? When I hear Karen, I just think of Karens. I mean, her name isn't really the most, you know, respected name nowadays. Shout out to all the Karens out there. My sister's name is Karen, so, you know, it's always funny interacting with her and calling her Karen. Absolutely. Absolutely. If your name's Karen out there and if you're watching, don't worry, I'm here for you. I'm not single though, so don't slide into my DMs, but just know I'm here for you. What's up, Nameless? I don't know why you said egg. You know, eggs are really good for you. They are high in protein, high in cholesterol too, so you don't eat too much. Just enough for you to keep going. Very good brain food. I know a lot of people don't like the yolk, but you know, yolk is good for you. Hit that like button if you like eggs. If you don't like eggs, then dislike the button, I guess. I don't know. The dislike button kind of doesn't serve a purpose anymore because YouTube updated their system. But you know, it'd be like that. Actually, who's the artist? Who designed Bazett for the game? That's something I'm curious of as well. Hayashi Kewi. Who the fuck is that guy? Have they ever done an anime or manga that I'm familiar with? Okay, not that I see. Okay, seems to be just like an artist they hired, I guess. I don't know. I like the art style though. Who the fuck doesn't like the yolk? I'll be honest, Marco. As a kid, I didn't like eating the yolk. Back then, I was a beta male, you know. I was a little pussy ass bitch, didn't like the yolk. But you know, as I grew older and I understood that it's good for you, and you know, it's actually pretty good. You know, I just didn't like the consistency. I'm a very big texture person, even as an adult. And if the texture is off, if it's slimy, if it's chewy, it's just not my thing. But you know, I grew out of it. You know, I'm not a beta male anymore. I've upgraded. I've ascended. What was the name of the artist? Hayase Kui. Let me go copy and paste that. So that's the artist for Bazett's character in FGO. Unsure if you guys are familiar with who that is. From what I saw when I Googled this individual's name, doesn't seem like anybody like that crazy, but to be honest, I never liked yolk. Preferred my yolk cooked. You know, it depends on you. It depends on you. You know, scrambled eggs is one way to eat the yolk without, you know, actually feeling the yolk in your mouth, if that makes sense. It's all scrambled together. I don't like the store or brand salsas. I prefer homemade salsas. I mean, I respect it, man. I don't know how to make salsa, so I gotta get those store or brand salsas myself. I don't know how we got in the topic of salsas, but hell yeah. Did you hear Twitter is adding a dislike button to replies and only Twitter can see them? What? Well, it's like, okay. I mean, it is kind of weird. I think, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I think Instagram's like this as well. Actually, Facebook is like this as well. I think YouTube's the only one with a dislike button, now that I think about it. But it is weird that Twitter does not have any, I guess, dislike button or anything to show that you don't like this post or anything. I did always find that weird. So it kind of makes sense that they're adding a dislike button, but at the same time, if only Twitter could see it, that's like, what's the point? Scrambled eggs with ketchup forever. Listen, man. Scrambled eggs in general is just OP as fuck. Very OP. They released a video on the FGO JP channel. About what? About what, though? You can't say that and not tell me the context, man. Is it about eggs? Is it about ketchup? What are we talking about, man? Did they add a new effect to Karen's NP, actually? I didn't even look at that. Standard NP damage increased in 50%. Special attack against chaotic trait enemies. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad, actually. Okay. So standard NP increase, and she also has a little niche of her own. Okay. Against chaotic enemies. I wonder if when Kotomini comes out, he's going to be chaotic. So people could bring Karen against her father, her daddy. That'd be fun. She pulls her NP from her chest in her third ascension. Ooh. Ooh, that's hot. That's hot. That's sexy, man. That's sexy, hot, dummy busted broken the third. Braxton, bro. It's very nice. Very nice indeed. Rank up. What does that mean? What does rank up mean? If you look at under Koyanskaya, she says rank up. What is that? I want to know what I'm getting myself into, because like, what is that? I can't wait till somebody translates this this new mechanic. This alien mechanic. The affection rank. So is this only exclusive to this event? Should I bring other servants now? Like, is that how that works? Do I have to bring other servants now? Because now I'm going to feel bad about just like bringing these servants, and then later I find out that the efficient way to play this event is bringing different servants all the time. The higher the affection, the higher the drop for the affection points. Oh! Okay, so just bring the same servants all the time. Okay, bet. So I don't have to change my team. By the way, Kama is just God's gift to Earth, man. I love Kama. I hope male Kama comes out. And I hope I NP5 Kama when she comes back as well. The more damage they do and the more bond they get. Okay, so there's a lot of benefits. Okay. So basically, I got to keep Gil on my team because I'm trying to bond 15 him. I understand. Which makes sense. You would think in a Valentine's-oriented event, they would do something with bond. So it's interesting that after 7 years, this is the first time they actually did something regarding bond with Valentines. Seems like something that they should have done a long time ago. FGO just behind the times, I guess. Absolutely. That was a gimmick in Solomon, where the higher the bond servant, the higher damage they do. Yeah, that was a thing. But that's the only time they ever had a system like that, which I think they should definitely implement that a lot more. You would think when a servant likes you more, they would put in more effort into fighting and therefore do more damage. So currently writing a fanfic for Fate Khalid where Shiro is bonded to Muramasa and helps the girls find the cards. I mean, they just won at that point, you know. They just straight up won. Yo, shout out to Getia's carrot looking face, bro. Shout out to him. Can I get a chocolate now? I want to get Morgan's. I think I want hers first. I'm not gonna claim it yet until Valentine's Day, but I want to just go through the cutscene and get it, or see how it looks like. Okay, yes, I know how this works. I pick one. Okay, she should be somewhere down here with the rest of the berserkers. I just won't be able to tell which one is hers though. Okay, this one I haven't claimed yet. Okay, that's for MHX, obviously. As you can see, this is her album, her mixtape, you know, her raps, her spitting bars. Okay, so that's hers. I didn't claim this one. Whose is this? Oh, this is Jack Demolay, right? Yeah, because of the designs of the bear or whatever that animal is. This is Jack Demolay's. Okay. So we're still at the foreigner. Okay. I actually want to see hers as well. Love Master. Okay, now whose is this? Kama. This is Summer Kama, right? Because that's Sakura's. That's like the little grail things with Sakura. This has to be Kama's. Because that's the Sakura little grail buddies, right? From Heaven's Feel? Yeah, this is definitely Kama's because it's in the beach as well. All right. Okay. Nice. Maybe I should take Kama's. Ooh, wait. This has to be Morgan's. This is Morgan's, right? That's so funny. She has like a D&D set with like her and like her daughters and like the whole LB6 crew. That's funny. That's really nice. I like that actually. Yeah, she has like a dice here. Is this like a D&D reference? She has like dice and coins. She has like cards. This looks like it's a D&D reference. But I don't really play D&D. I just am familiar with it. Or is it a reference to another card game? Because there's like cards down here. Like a Scythe plus 2. Okay. Like I have to break my neck in order to look at this art. That's funny though. She's like a little set with her daughters and whatnot. That's really nice and cute. Actually, let's go look at Bavanshi or Fairy Knight Tristan. If we could find it. Should be somewhere where the archers are, right? Let's see. Where are you at? This might be hers. Actually, no. It's Fairy Knight Lancelot's, right? Because of that looks like her scabbards or her blades, I think. Fairy Knight Lancelot. I think. Am I still around Lancers? Yeah, I'm still around Lancers. Where the archers at though? So hers was very simplistic. How about this? Whose is this actually? It's another like. Oh, it has a glass slipper. This has to be. Well, wait. Is it Cinderella Ellie? No, Cinderella Ellie is like, what class was she? I don't think she'd be here yet. This might be Bavanshi, but because she likes shoes. So that makes sense with the glass slipper, but this might be Cinderella Ellie. There is T. There is also T, yeah. Oh yeah, no, this is what's her name? Habanyan. So I mean, obviously, absolutely no shot that we were gonna get that wrong. Who the fuck is this? Who is this? Whose is this? Somebody read it. I feel like I should know who this is. Is that like a brush? Or a pen? I don't know whose that is. I have no idea who that is. Yeah, a lot of these servants, I'm just not going to be able to tell. A lot of these chocolate seeds, it's just really hard to tell. I don't know who this is either. Oberon. Wait. I want to see Oberon's. He should be all the way in the bottom or somewhere down there because he's an extra class. Is this him? Yeah, this has to be his because it has the moth on it. So he has a box full of bugs. All right, I mean, that makes sense with his character. He's just going to give us a nice looking box, and then when we open it, we're just going to get absolutely annihilated. All right, so that one was pretty straightforward. Okay. Is Van Gogh good gameplay wise? Yeah, she's good. She's good. She has a very similar gameplay style as Super Orion. Very similar gameplay style while she focuses on buffing and then critting. The main difference between the two is that she could act as a semi-support for foreigners. So a lot of times you will see people bring double Van Gogh and Scotty or double Scotty her. And then that's typically the teams you'd put her in. And she's very fun. She actually helped me a lot in my side account because I have her there NP1. I got her for the guaranteed banner last year. And she was very useful against Morgan. That very annoying Morgan fight in Lost Belt 6. She was very useful there. It does look like Void Dust Simba. I was thinking about that as well. And Canon Caldia summons about 336. Holy fuck, that's a lot of servants. Yo, there will be a day. Guys got to think about this. Depending on the rate of how many servants we get every year, and depending on how long FGO lasts, eventually there will be just as many servants, if not more servants, than there are Pokemon. Because there's like, what, 700 Pokemon or something? For those Pokemon fans out there, there's like 700, maybe 800 Pokemon out there. We're at 336 servants, apparently, in FGO. Eventually, there's going to be just as many servants as there are Pokemon, which is insane. Which, I mean, it's kind of cheating because there's summer servants, there's Christmas servants, there's different variations of the same heroic spirit. So it's kind of cheating a little bit, but still. 905, oh god, that's actually a lot more than I thought. So give it like a couple more years and we'll get there. We'll get there with the servants. Because we get a couple new servants every year, and then Pokemon gets a couple new Pokemon. Well, not even a couple, like 60 new Pokemon with every region. 60 plus. Depends on the region. Some regions gives a lot more. But in recent years, they've been chilling out with the new Pokemon and just giving new versions. Like Galarian and Hisuian versions of past Pokemon. Ever since 2020 ended, I've had insane luck with tickets and keep staying above 700 quartz. That's great, man. That's great. Ever since 2020, that's awesome, man. So hopefully you're going to use that 700 quartz on somebody you really, really like. And then it's going to feel that much more gratifying because you had those quartz for a long time. Pokemon does do variations as well. That's true. That's very true. Like I just said, Hisuian and, Galarian and stuff of that nature. So that does make sense. There are not a lot of characters I want this year. Ibuki, and you convinced me for Castoria. Yeah, if you needed me to convince you for Castoria, then I'm glad I convinced you because you have to. You absolutely have to. She's a must-have. Oh, I got the ticket I just used back. Okay. Like you would be absolutely insane to not go for Castoria. You could be the biggest Arturia face hater on planet Earth. I would still recommend you go for her. Honestly. Go try for Diascaria in Rome. Maybe if somebody donates $200, I'll try. JK. Federico, how am I doing? I'm doing okay. I got the craft essence I wanted with one ticket only. Again, in stark contrast to NA, where it took 180 quartz and like 25 tickets to get one 5-star craft essence. But you know what? It'd be like that. I feel like all the anniversary quartz is enough for a guaranteed Castoria, right? In theory, but sometimes, not even sometimes, a lot of times, and we could all speak from experience. If you've been playing the game for a while now and you don't you're not a super crazy Leviathan whale that gets everything that they want because they have the money. I think we could all vouch for the fact that sometimes RNG just does not play into your favor. I mean, you guys have seen it in my channel. You guys have probably, experienced it yourselves. Unless, again, you're either Leviathan or a very new player, then by all means. But we all know what's up. So I like to play it safe than sorry and just skip out on banners where I know I'm never going to use the servant or I don't really care about the servant and just focusing on the big kahuna of this year, which happens to be Castoria. Which again, like you said, the anniversary courts and tickets that we are going to get should be in theory enough to get at least one Castoria. And if you can't push it, try to get 2 because NP2 is actually really worth it. But, sometimes in life, gacha just doesn't want to give you what you deserve. Yeah, the game could be very brutal. Very brutal. So again, play it safe than sorry. That's the way I roll for the most part. Sometimes I roll and I regret it, but for the most part, I like to play it safe, like I am right now. Most people are probably rolling for Bazett, not even thinking about her skills or her art. Me, I gotta sit down, I gotta think about it. Very few servants where I'm just gonna roll right away. Like again, if they release another variation of Guild, 100% rolling. I don't care if he has no skills and no NP, and I don't care if his animations look like trash. Like it's a Gilgamesh face. I gotta go for him. So I'm late to this. Did you manage to get the CE? I only used 1 ticket and I got it, so I'm pretty proud about that. Pretty proud about that. I heard someone spent 3,000 quartz on Orion but did not get him. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. That sounds surprising. But at the same time, it doesn't surprise me as well because I've been playing the game for a while. I've been around. And sometimes stuff like that happens. Makes me wonder why they made another counter servant. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if they made it last for 3 turns and she could do it multiple times, which again, lore-wise, that's not what she does. She usually only uses it once, right? I feel like she'd be better. The fact she could only use it for 1 turn for that turn only. That's like eh. Talking about Castoria, do you think this year, like last time, they'll place 5th anniversary on July? Yes, before CCC main interlude Oku rerun. The last bit, I'm not sure. They might put those. They might put the interlude and the rerun earlier. It depends. But they're definitely going to make the anniversary for July. For sure. Is Bazett good? It's too early to tell because she's not really built for farming. She seems very oriented against boss fights and challenges. So I can't really tell you how good she might be. But based on just looking at her skills and NP, skills are solid. Skills are great. 50% battery, 3-turn buffs, and evade. I mean, you can't really complain about that. Her NP is where she's definitely going to be struggling with. Just because, again, the stuff only lasts for 1 turn. Like, why? Why does the buffs only last for 1 turn? Make it last forever. I even heard, and take this with a grain of salt since I can't verify, someone went to a loan shark, bought 5,000 quartz for Skasaha, and didn't even get her. I mean, again, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, that's going a bit too far. Like, if you have to go to a loan shark, if you have to go through dastardly means in order to acquire money for a game, like, I understand to a certain extent. If it's like real life stuff, you're desperate for money, you need money for food to support your family. I get it. I understand. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. But if it's just to roll in a fucking game, in a gacha game, in grand order, it's like, all right, no, it's chill out, man, chill out. It's not that serious. It really isn't. Yo, if Kide is a pretender, I don't care if he's a pretender. I don't care if they make a new class called the Dick Cheese class. I'm still rolling, man. It's the homie Kotomini Kide, man. You can't go wrong with him. Absolutely. Her skills are good. Her NP's weird. That's what I'm saying. Art is good. I didn't even talk about the art. Her art, I really like her art. Very simple, but very effective. Yeah, unless you're a big fan of the character, she doesn't seem to be that worth it. Yeah, I don't know about loan sharks, man. I don't know about that. If you're that desperate, probably you should stop playing the game. It's because it's definitely not good for your mental health, from what it sounds like. Doesn't seem worth it, in my opinion. I think Murasa will come back on White Day. Yeah, I could see that happening. I could see that happening. He didn't come back for New Year's, which is very odd that they're doing that nowadays, but that's okay. So I can see him coming back. Actually, I'll be honest, I don't see him coming back now that I think about it for White Day or 25 million download. Just because he's still important in the plot. And the only reason they brought Ibuki back 2.5 months ago, right? Was in preparation for the Koinskaya chapter event thing, which she's involved in. So I think they won't bring back Muramasa unless it's for plot related reasons. That's just my opinion, though. They could prove me wrong as early as next month when White Day comes out. I don't think they're going to bring him back unless it's for a plot related purpose. I think for White Day, though, because they usually bring back a male servant for White Day, I could honestly see Oberon coming back. They brought back all the LB6 servants one other time, months after their initial release. I could see Oberon coming back for White Day. Just because he already did his little shtick in the plot. He's no longer going to be, at least to my knowledge, he's no longer going to be relevant in the main story. So might as well bring him back for White Day. Again, they brought back everybody else. They brought back Morgan. They brought back Koinskaya. I thought she was important in Lost Belt 6, but you get my point. They've brought back a lot of servants back already within months of their initial release, which is very odd for Fate Grand Order to do. Arjuna Alter. Never mind. Maybe not Oberon. But you know what? For the memes, maybe Oberon, just so all the Arjuna Alter fans will be pissed off. Although Arjuna Alter is a good candidate as well. It's because it's been literal years since his last dedicated raid up. So it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? People want him. He's a very popular character, very popular servant when it comes to farming and challenge quests. Like, come on now. Like, he's an easy money grab. Yeah, I don't see Muramasa for White Day. 25 mil. Again, they could easily prove me wrong though. Oh, I love Kotomine Federico. Absolutely. He's just awesome. He's just a great character, great villain. He's a very different villain too. Just because of his mindset. Like most villains out there, most generic villains have a very, I guess, simple goal, very generic, cliche mindset. Kotomine is very weird and out there. And that's what makes him a very dangerous and compelling villain. It's because he's different from a lot of other generic villains out there. So many people would wail for Arjuna. Exactly, bro. They'll wait. They'll probably wait until they're desperate for cash, and they'll be like, all right, press the red button that says Arjuna Alter on it. And then they'll just launch his banner into the atmosphere. And then it's game over. Absolutely. How's you guys' rolls, by the way? Anybody rolling NA or JP? Got what they wanted? Because I know NA's rotating with the Valentine's banners with Sei Shonagon, so I don't know if anybody decided to roll on certain banners with like Quetzalcoatl or maybe John. I didn't even click the right thing, but that's okay. So how's everyone doing with their rolls? Everyone just saving? Did you guys roll? Like, how's everyone? What is White Day? It's basically Valentine's Day, but more guy oriented, kind of, which happens usually at March next month. So to be getting something like that, it's not as celebrated as Valentine's Day, to be honest. I got both Koinskaya and their father and mother. What? I mean, shit. Are you from the future where they released their father and mother? I'm not sure. Probably gonna skip Roma banner and save up for Summer and Castoria. Okay, I respect it. Romulus does come back early next year, by the way. I don't know if too many people know that. He does get another banner next year. It's during one of the Grail Front events, which will be introduced to the Grail Front events in NA this year. For those of you guys who don't know what the Grail Front is, it's one of my favorite event types just because it's easy. It doesn't require too much farming and it gives a Grail, so that's great. And I just like the system in general. I just wish it was a little bit more challenging. Is the main thing. My Troy rolling for Merlin, Melt Summer, Castoria, and probably save up for other servants. Okay, Simba. I mean, sounds good. Sounds good. At the moment, I'm saving for Castoria. I already used everything on New Year's banners, but I used some tickets the other day and got Arterial Lancer. Okay. Congratulations, man. Glad you got Arterial Lancer, assuming that's who you were going for. You could potentially get Roma or one other 5-star servant that will be releasing before Castoria. You can also get him in the paid banner this year as well, because of the way it's divided. There's actually a decent chance you might get him. But who knows? Oh, that's right. The Rich banner might come sometime in the next month. Within the next couple weeks, really. At the earliest. So you guys should be prepared for that. All my Rich fans out there that don't have her or want to upgrade her NP, she's coming very soon. Absolutely. I know we haven't gotten any new Grail fronts in a while in JP. I do not want PvP though. I do not, unless the PvP is similar to the Grail fronts, where you're fighting, like you're not actually fighting another player, but you're fighting their set up, I guess. For those of you guys who have played Magi Record, then I hope it's similar to Mirrors. I don't want player versus player type shit. Fuck that. And I definitely don't want any ranks. I don't want any ranks in Grand Order. Where there's like platinum, gold, silver rank, depending on how well you do in PvP. Fuck that. By the way, the reason I'm here is because I just reached 2 billion QP and that's the cap. So I gotta use my shit. Whose shit should I upgrade? Who have I not? Who do I want to upgrade actually? I will upgrade you. Actually, no, I don't want to use his materials. Actually, I'll just do it. I'll do it. Whatever, fuck it. I'll do it to your first skill. Why not? Just to use a QP. I could afford that. I could afford that. Yeah, whales would shit on the entire planet. Your bro just got Bazett. Oh! Well, congratulations. I don't know if he could hear me, but he's at the other room, by the way. Good for him. Magi Record left a scar on me. Yeah, it left a scar on me as well. An irreparable scar that prevents me from giving other gacha games a chance. Even really big gacha games like Genshin Impact, I will just never get into just because that scar that was left on me is just like, all right. It's either Grand Order or nothing, bro. Like, it's just Grand Order. just Grand Order. I'm not going to give another game a chance. Grand Order makes me feel safe. Imagine fighting a 120 Super Orion. Oh my god. Well, you know, just bring a single target Lancers, Skasaha, Enkidu, and you win, man. You win. Did they ever officially say why Magi Record NA shut down? Nope. It's, you know, doesn't really make me feel better. They just released, by the way, the same motherfuckers who were in charge of Magi Record, the same studio that like made it, I guess. I don't even know the same company, the same game company that created Magi Record. They just released a new game in NA. I forgot what it's called. Twisted Wonderland. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I wouldn't play that game. Just because you never know what they might do. Again, it's the same people who managed Magi Records, so maybe don't pick up that game. And if you are playing that game, just know that at any given moment, they might shut it down for no fucking reason. Granted, it does have a little bit of security because it is a Disney affiliated series or Disney affiliated game. So you could make the argument that, oh, well, Disney's backing it up, so there's no way it's going to shut down for any reasons like, bankruptcy or anything like that. But at the same time, it is Disney, and Disney's all about that money, so they might just take your money and leave. So there's a lot that could happen. So I wouldn't play that game. That's just me personally. I don't mean to gatekeep that game or anything. That game might be amazing, and you guys might love it. But no, don't do that. Just don't. Like that's my advice, because you never know. I deadass was thinking about just making a video, just shitting on the game. But I thought about it. I was like, you know what? Maybe this game doesn't deserve. I'll give it a chance, bro. But in the sidelines, if 6 months down the road, if it shuts down, then I'll just look in the distance, drink my tea, and be like, I saw this coming, man. And I could have warned you guys, but I gave it a chance. But yeah, be like that. I know one of the reasons most likely the non-stop back-to-back events. The non-stop back-to-back events was just annoying for a lot of the players and fans. A lot of players just dropped the game just because of that. They probably just bought the rights from Disney, and Disney wouldn't care if the game tanks. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the game's whole premise is about. I mean, I know a little bit about it because I saw an ad on it. It's just about all these Disney villains turning into very hot anime guys. That's like the main basic premise. So already there's a hook there, everybody loves Disney movies, or most people love Disney movies and are familiar with the characters. So just to see them in, hot anime forms, just, people are going to bust their nut over that. But that's just my advice. I wouldn't play the game. And if you do play it, I wouldn't play it that seriously. I wouldn't put money down. Is the main thing. Oh yeah, Magi Record NA was just... That's why I always question, and I've talked about this before, when people complain about dead weeks in FGO. It's like, oh, there hasn't been an event in a week. There hasn't been an event in 2 weeks. It's like, you don't understand. Unless you have nothing else to do in real life, like you have no friends to hang out with, no obligations to fulfill, no job, no school, then I guess. But otherwise, like, I wouldn't want FGO to have a back-to-back event nonstop. That just sounds like hell on earth. Like, fuck that. I love the dead weeks. I love them. I love taking a break. I love playing other games. I love watching shows. I love doing other things in my life. I just don't understand that mindset of just wanting a new event every single week. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't care if they stop pumping out events for an entire month. I mean, maybe a part of me will care. I'll be like, damn, we literally haven't got anything for a month. What's going on? But that's the extent of it. I'm not going to go out of my way and uninstall the game or, get angry. It's just like, okay, it's just life right now, bro. Like, it's whatever. By the way, the drops for this event's actually really good. Howdy MC just got back from school. How's the new event? I mean, it's like most events. It's like most events. Just farm endlessly because that's what 90% of events are. Which is why I don't really want events back to back, just because I get tired really easily. True, especially if you're OC with completing each event back to back events. Just no, yeah, exactly. And I understand it's a turn-based game. It doesn't really take that much concentration, I guess you could say. You could literally do your homework. You could watch shows. You could go out with friends while still playing the game. I understand. But, sometimes in life, you got to put your phone down or at the very least, turn off the game and do other things. Just put your 100% of your concentration to something else. It's a healthy way of living. If your entire existence is contingent on playing damn events in this, it's like, bro, come on. Magi Record was region locked, so you had to use the VPN to play it. Yeah, I know. I remember that being a thing. Yeah, a large number of fans worldwide were unable to play it unless they went through like a VPN or some other means to play the game. which you could say definitely hindered or negatively affected the game's performance. I think the game's performance, as far as monetary wise, as far as making money, I think it was making decent money. It wasn't making FGO levels of money, or for that matter, other big gacha games level of money like Genshin, or maybe even the lower, not really lower tier, I shouldn't say that, but other popular gacha games like Grand Blue or Azure Lane. It wasn't making that much money as those games, but it was making enough money. I could tell. I could definitely tell it was making enough money, but they just decided to close it down without saying why. So that's very scary. That's very scary to think about. I like imagine if tomorrow the Aniplex FGO localization team came out on Twitter on an official post, or maybe even a YouTube video. Maybe they have more respect for the fans and actually make a YouTube video. And they said blatant as fuck. They were like, yeah, FGO NA English is going to be discontinued. I apologize. And I thank you for playing for the last 4 or 5 years. You know how devastated a lot of us would be? You know how fucking fucked up a lot of us would be? Like, there will be literal people crying. I probably not me. I'd be in the shadow realm for a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but there would be people who would actually cry and like get really, really emotional. So just to put things into perspective, that's how a lot of fans. Granted, it was a much smaller community in a much smaller game in comparison to FGO, but still, that's how a lot of players felt with Magia Record, man. You still have your JP account, Alex? I see. I smell it. I know they released Ashley for JP a couple months ago. It was supposed to be the NA English exclusive character, but she doesn't even speak English from what I saw. I was like, oh, they redid her voice lines to make her only speak Japanese. It's very odd, but I smell it. But it's good to see her that, you know, that she's still alive, I guess. Her legacy lives on. Shout out to Ashley Taylor. May your life continue going, I guess, in JP. Bazett's home, but it's C. Oh, well, I mean, everyone has that crap test, most likely. Absolutely. So is it a yes or no? Should I roll at this point? I think we're all on the same page where Bazette's skills are great. Her NP's where she's that's probably her weakest point, but her art's good. So everything about her is good. At the very least, good. Not broken, but good. Except her NP. Her NP is like, what about that, Chief? Yeah, Alex, I know. I don't think I will. Nah, man, save. So I should save then. And that sucks, man. That sucks. I was looking forward to Bazett. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh, another counter servant similar to Angra Minyu. I wonder if she's gonna be any better though. And again, I'm sure there's gonna be a YouTuber or something that's gonna release her doing amazing in a challenge quest or a boss fight. Just like most servants, under the right circumstances, most servants will excel and do very impressive numbers. You know, very impressive damage. But I don't know. I know there's much incentive to roll. I don't know if there really is. Let me see if there's more translations for NP, because I really want to understand her NP before I decide 100% I do not want to roll. Because for all I know, maybe I'm misunderstanding what her NP really does. She has a lot of passives, I'll give her that. Increased damage against Avenger class enemies. Oh, that's interesting. That's one of her passives. So that's very similar to Kiara's passive, Alter Ego Kiara, where she does increased damage against rulers, despite being an Alter Ego. So in this case, it's an Avenger. I see. And according to some people, her NP, even when she does get the Fragger to proc, I guess, the buff to proc, it doesn't actually do that much damage. So that kind of sucks as well. you are free to play, then you should skip. Man, it's unfortunate, man. That's unfortunate. Shout out to all my Bazett fans. I guess I'll save. And then if next week, if Karen comes back, I might roll for another copy of her or something. Because I only have her at NP1. And now that she got a buff, I'm like, oh, kind of want to upgrade your NP. And I really do like Karen. I actually like Karen a lot more than Bazett just because of her, not just because of her design, but her character as well, being Kotominakide's daughter and everything. Her backstory is very interesting. Her NP auto locks her, so every time she gets hit, she hits back without receiving damage. So you could possibly 3-turn loop. That would be insane to see. I want to actually see that. Somebody who has the talent and the mindset and actually has her. If they post a video of her actually being able to 3-turn loop and abuse her NP, then that would be a very interesting thing to see. What does Karen's buff do exactly? So she got an NP buff, and it's like most NP buffs where it just increases the damage, but they added another effect where she does extra damage against chaotic enemies, which, you know, it's a niche, but it's actually a pretty good niche in my opinion. There's a lot of chaotic aligned servants, and just an NP upgrade in general is really good for her because her NP damage was a bit on the lower side as a quick servant, you know. So it's good to see that she's a little bit better. Yeah, Karen with a C, not a K. Most Karens do start with a K, though. Absolutely. Yeah, that's what her NP does. But again, her skills are amazing. Like, it's nothing I could say bad about her skills. Her skills are great. But NP is a bit weird. And the fact that it doesn't break the HP bar is like, okay, most people are going to bring you against bosses. The boss is most likely going to have a HP break bar. So, like, how come you can't, you know, annihilate that HP bar? That makes no sense unless it's at 1 HP. Again, though, even having her, I would say save for another character. Okay. I think we're all in agreement. I think I'll give it another week because, I mean, the gacha is going to save for another 2 weeks. The event lasts for 2 weeks. So obviously the gacha will as well. So I'll give it some thought and then we'll see where everyone goes with it. See if anybody finds a way to abuse her NP to make her really, really busted, broken Braxton the third. But otherwise, it's like, eh. You know, it'd be like that. By the way, Simba, if you're trying to send links, I'm not sure if you were trying to. I don't think, unless you're an admin or, of course, if you're me, I don't think you could send links. So if you want to just shoot me a DM or something on like Twitter or like Discord, I guess, just make sure to tag me so I know. Because I have notifications off for everything just so it doesn't spam my phone when I'm streaming the game, you know? So absolutely. Yeah, sorry for the inconvenience. Yeah, because links don't show up on my end as well. Yeah, Simba, if you could just shoot me a DM there, that would be sick, nasty Braxton, I guess. I'm surprised people already have videos up. Ooh, rank up. Sorry, these things are very weird. What the fuck? All right, with that said, I mean, I've been streaming for an hour. I already did one gacha. I only did one gacha roll now that I think about it. I feel like I owe you guys more than that. But we're already done, pretty much. We got the 5-star CE we wanted. Maybe I want to maximum break it. I mean, we'll see. I'll give it a week. You know, I'm usually the type of person that just likes to wait and see how things go. And then we'll see what happens, man. But otherwise, I think I'm going to do what most of you guys have advised me. And just wait. Oh yeah, time to see X-Knight try her out versus Gwen Getia. That's what I'm saying. I'm sure him or some other players, a lot of players are gonna find ways to use their NP as effectively as possible. But otherwise, I guess I'm done streaming. sorry. This is a very, I guess, uneventful stream. I mean, we got a nice, good commentary here and there. So, like, nice little back and forth. Still have an exchange of 5-star. No, I don't know who to pick. I don't know who to pick still. And it's unlimited. So it's like, there's no time limit. I could pick whoever I want. It's just, I don't really know who to pick. But yeah, I guess it'd be like that. This will be posted as a video afterwards if you guys want to rewatch the stream or whatever. But you guys, other than that, that's it for the stream. So I know it has been an hour. That's weird, huh? I've just been farming the same quest over and over again. I got what I wanted. So sorry, Bazett. Maybe someday I'll come back for you, but for now, just gonna chill the fuck out. Who knows? Maybe I'll change my mind within the day, and then you guys will get another video. I have no clue. I'm gonna hit to bed now. It's like 2 a.m. where I live, so I don't want to fuck up my sleep schedule for a servant I'm not even going for. I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys. Good luck on your rolls if you rolled. If you're gonna roll. If you already did, then congratulations. If you didn't get her, then I'm sorry. Don't worry, she doesn't seem that worth it, but that's besides the point. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.